Guys, we are back at it again with another CarPlay interface. Today we are working on a Golf 7. This CarPlay interface will work on all the Golf models from 2015 to 2018. That's the Golf 7 range. 2014 was a changeover year, so you might have this interior, but if you don't, it's a different kit. Forget it. Today we're going to go through the full installation. We'll show you how to add Apple CarPlay. It does CarPlay, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless Android Auto. It does support that depending on the phone. We're also adding a reverse camera. We'll do a little bit of the install of that. If you do want to see the full install, drop a comment below. And that's pretty much it. Let's get right into it. We have done a camera in a Golf 7. The video is actually already on the channel. That's in the top right hand corner. All you need to do is follow that video for how to run the camera, and I'll show you what to connect in this video. In the kit, guys, you're going to get a little overview sheet. This has dip switch settings, okay, so we will go through them. You've got the module itself right there. Dip switches are on the back, and then we've got some wiring. We've got our audio cable. I'll show you how that works. Wi-Fi antenna, microphone. You do need to fit that. Some people ask about that. Yes, you have to fit it. The secondary harness, the primary harness, 2 screen cables, LVDS in and out, and the USB for wired CarPlay, wired Android Auto if you want to use them, and also software updates. And that's pretty much the kit. First part you're going to need is 2 Audi radio removal keys. They also work for Volkswagen. We will have these on the website. A lot of people ask about them. If they're there, we'll link it. If they're not there yet, we won't link them. We just need we're waiting on an order. Okay, so radio's in the glove box. We're just going to pop the keys in. 1, 2, and you can go ahead and slide that out, and we're just going to unplug this whole radio. Alright guys, radio is out. Now, as you can see here, we've got a lot of length on these cables, which is absolutely awesome because some of them are really short and it makes it hard to get them out, but you do need to remove it. You can remove the glove box if you want. I do remember these being an absolute pain in the ass to remove, so I'll give you another tip on what you can do. If you want to remove it, there is a screw behind the radio as well, so you do have to remove the radio regardless. And then there's 3 at the top, 1 here, a couple at the bottom, 1 behind the radio. But what you can also do is inside the glove box, at the very back at the top, you'll feel 2 little tabs. Be careful because if you pinch your fingers, it really hurts. Pop 1, and you might have just seen that release a little bit. Pop 2. Oh, I just lost 1. Pop 1. Pop 2. There you go. And pull it out. It will have a little bit of resistance right here. Just pop it down. You'll hear a click. That's totally fine. It's normal. Okay. And this is going to hit the ground now, so just put something down there to protect it. Like that. Look at that. Perfect. And now you've got heaps of room back here, and you can also reach up and behind the radio. There's not a lot of space there, there's a little bit, but that's pretty much all you need to run cabling. And there's a little cavity right at the top of this quad lock connector where you can hide the wiring that we're about to add. Okay, so that's that part done. Now we can put this away for now, and we'll continue with disassembly. For the radio, you just want to prop that open, and then get your fingers in behind this little panel, and we're just going to pop this one out. It's just clips. Okay, just like that. Easy. Put that somewhat safe. Back seat's always good. And then same thing, you're going to work your way around this one to pry it out. Use your fingers as much as you can. Keep one of these with your plastic panel tool removal tool just in case. And then the vents. Now the vents may come with the fascia, or they might not. Doesn't matter. If it unclips, you can just clip it back on. And if they come with the fascia, even better. So the most important thing there, guys, is if it comes out without the vent, it's totally fine. But you just take your time. Be nice and careful, and you'll see the whole thing comes out. That will just sit there, and then the vent will clip that back into place, and you'll see in a sec how it all looks when it's back together. Okay, so the vent came out. It's held in by 1, 2, 3, 4 clips. Number 4 just fell down there. It'll be just behind the radio here, so we'll just go and grab it. The radio also uses those Audi keys to remove. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, but you can actually get this one out without the keys. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top here, so you can use the keys, or you can just use a pick and sort of open them, press them in, and remove the radio at the same time, and you can pop it out. All right, as you might have seen, we lost that clip when pulling this out. So if you can pull it out and try and get, it's actually quite difficult, but if you can get both of those at the same time, it'll stop you from losing that clip. We spent a good amount of time trying to find it, so I'll just say that. Okay, next up, the USB. So this USB you can run wherever you want. Some people like to go glovey, you know, doesn't matter, whatever. It's gonna plug into the module, which we're gonna have, the module is gonna go in this vicinity on the passenger side. Our customer wants to put it in this little cavity here, so you can follow along if that's what you want to do as well. It's pretty easy. All you need to do is, you can pretty much pull on this, pop this right up. Okay, don't pull too hard on it. There you go. And then you'll have to turn the car on, move the gear selector out of the way. And this panel here, it's only on 2 clips. There you go. Just pop it right out. So once we get the ignition on, I'll move this gear selector out of the way, and then we can pop that out the rest of the way. We'll drill a small hole. Already spoke to the customer about it, it's fine. And then the USB will be in there. So we'll get that done, and we'll come back when it's finished. There you go, guys. The vent is back in, living its best life. All the clips are in, all good to go. Once we're ready, we can go ahead and stick that back on. But for now, we'll leave this out and continue on. Okay, so we've got the quad lock plugged in. That's gonna go into the original radio, so that there will get taped up, tucked away. Secondary harness plugs right in. We're gonna run that down to the module. I've decided the module's gonna go here, underneath the center console right there. There's plenty of room back here. So we'll get it in there. So we're gonna run all our cables to that section. We'll get you a look at that later. Then you've got your screen cable. That's gonna go into Pink Boy, like so. Okay, so once you've got that on, we're gonna run that down to here. Alright, so that's 1, and then 2. This one will go in its place, and it also comes from the module, so we'll do the same thing. Okay, so what we've done is plugged in the quad lock connector to the main quad lock, so female to male. That's gonna get tucked up and away behind here, and then the original, the new quad lock will plug into the original radio. Screen cable is pink. That will go to the gray female LVDS, plugs right in. And we're gonna mount the module here. That's why we removed the radio, because there's heaps of room right here. So all of our cables will get run to here. All right, we've got the USB up here. So if you have a look in here, you can see, it's a bit hard for you to see, but we've run our USB cable right there. Okay, so that runs through the back. We've got the main section, so this comes from the secondary harness, which comes from here. So that's run behind the radio, behind the glove box. We've got both of our screen cables. Okay, so the one that we plugged into the original cable, and the one that's going to that same area now. And for the camera people, this is really nice and easy. All you need to do, there's 2 RCAs. One of them is front video and rear. So grab the rear video cable, plug it in, easy. And then orange is rear C, and red is rear 12 volt. So rear 12 volt, we'll go to that, like so. And then at the other end, you'll have 12 volt rear for the power of the camera and the video for the camera. So that's so easy. You don't have to touch the reverse light. It all comes through here. Okay, so I'll get that soldered up, tape this up, and we'll start running the cable, but we can mount the module, put the radio back in, and then do some basic testing. Oh, and one other thing. We're also gonna run the mic. You can do whatever you want with the microphone. You could do roof lining, steering wheel, whatever you want. So we're gonna hide it, we'll get that done, and touch base after. All right guys, so provided that you did the wiring here correct, which we did, you can see that this radio is gonna go right back in with no hesitation. If you have a lot of hesitation around this area, you're gonna have to pull it back out and reassess your wiring. If you force it in, you will damage something, so don't. That's gonna slide right in, so that's nice and easy. On the module side of things, we've got LVDS out, okay? That is plugged into the grey cable, and LVDS in is the pink cable. So essentially what happens is it goes out of the main radio, into the module, and then out of the module into the screen, essentially, through that radio. So what we need to do now is I set the dip switches. We have dip switch 1 up, everything else down, and that's for setting an aftermarket camera as well. And what we'll do, plug in our screen. Okay, so the screen's gonna power up. We're already there, but we'll go home. So this is home. You want to be set to AUX, press and hold menu, and boom, you're in CarPlay. Okay, so we can go set up, and you can see that's all working with the factory touch. What we'll do is pair a phone, make sure sound works as well. Wow. Good. Look at that. All right, guys, look at that.
You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Apple CarPlay, wireless CarPlay working. Let's go ahead and, well, you can obviously hear sound because you can hear the beeps, but. Nice. All right, there we go. So we see that working. What we need to do now, double side the module, mount it down, put the screen back, get that looking nice again. Pretty much reverse order, just put everything back together. I'm gonna run our rear camera cable and finish the camera for the 3rd time now. That video's in the top right hand corner. And yeah, go from there. The job is completed, guys. Now, as I said earlier, assembly or reassembly, just everything just goes back the same way that you pulled it apart. So obviously radio first, then that fascia, then the aircon vent, the glove box. Pretty easy. All right, this is the system. So what we'll do is turn the car on. What will happen, you'll see the Volkswagen logo, and I want to show you guys, a lot of people ask this question, so just keep an eye on this for a sec. So my phone is already paired, my phone is in my pocket. So watch what happens here. So within about 10 seconds, when CarPlay connects, it will switch you over automatically. You don't have to press that menu button to get into CarPlay. And this is how CarPlay looks. Looks absolutely amazing. You can see there, works with the factory touchscreen, okay, as you might have seen before. Very responsive, very nice. The swiping works very well. Camera, we also added a camera. We'll get you guys a look at that. Basically, you're just gonna go to reverse. Boom, it's gonna bring up your camera. And we've got the dynamic guidelines as well. You don't need to be in CarPlay to see that camera. So if we go back, we're on the Volkswagen screen. So let's just say we're listening to the radio. Awesome, gonna go to reverse. And there you go, straight into the camera. That is pretty much the system. As you know, or as I would have said earlier, Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, wired Android Auto. We've got the USB in here. It looks really, really nice. It's clean. Everything is done. We're going to finish cleaning up everything, get some photos, and we're done here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it this far to the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you want to reach out to us, it's www.shoptfb.com. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.